The hardcore legend makes his return. The cops show up again, more than once actually. More strange alliances form, and we preview the road to hell.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Come on, TK.
I'm right here, dog.
Where my dogs at?
Right here, dog.
Where my dogs at?
I'm right here, dog. What must I go through to show you shit is
They need to have a Rough Rider like reunion. That'd be awesome.
Rob and I steal, not cause I want to, cause I have to. Don't make me show you what the math do. What up? It's dark and hell is hot. That's the name. That's the title of the album. Hell in a Cell this Sunday. I'm tying it all together. Do you appreciate it?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Welcome everyone to the Raw After Show. I get so excited to play music for you now. It's the
Hopefully
best.
he like gets some money from this because of his taxes and everything.
Oh, does he not?
He was in jail for tax evasion for a little bit.
So worse than Wesley Snipes.
No, because I think he might be out, and then he has drug problems and like 17 kids.
Well, we all know DMX has had his vices.
But he's a preacher though.
Well,
He's really good. I mean, he would be good on WWE.
I think he would be good on anything.
So
Wesley never went to prison though. I don't think.
Yeah, Wesley went to prison.
Did he really? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, fair enough. Welcome to the Raw After Show. Off to a kicking start. What's up, everybody? Hell in a Cell happens this Sunday. We're going to go through all the major points as well as preview a couple of matches leading up to this Sunday as well. Johnny LaQuasto here with you at JQuasto on all social medias. The hobo / Robert Baines is taking care of business, as he quoted, which is the weirdest thing to say in our group chat. When he just goes, I'm taking care of business, can't make it.
I mean, now that you repeat it, I just think he's...
It's very serious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was the conversation that we had last time.
What was the conversation?
Where it's like wrestlers travel and they just meet women.
Could have been.
He's
Either
like,
way,
I'm in the middle of taking care of business.
I don't know. I thought it was great. Evan Mack, follow him as well. He's not here tonight. But who is here? You see her every day on TMZ, and you see her in a lot of things all over the interwebs.
Yeah,
she's the host of Women's Wrestling Weekly here as well. She's got purple braids, which are...
Purple, pink, and blonde.
I stand corrected. Purple, pink, and blonde. You could do more damage with those than Bianca Belair, I think. Those are...
No, Bianca Belair's is going to be more damage because it's concentrated. This, if I whip my hair, you might get like 1 or 2. So I'd have to braid it in one long braid to actually do damage.
I dig that. Follow her at TK Trinidad. She's TK Trinidad.
What's up, y'all?
And of course, in the booth, we got Tone B. Tone. What's up, brother?
Hey, everybody.
So the Wi-Fi in this studio specifically is struggling right now, so we're going to have the chat up on the big screen. We're going to do our best to look over there and see what you're saying, but keep in mind that TK and I cannot actually type back at you right now because, you know, we're having a little bit of them interweb issues.
Yeah, it's on the rolling.
It's, oof. Yeah.
Nothing.
We're going to have no battery.
I'm stressing now. I'm like, I'm not connected.
I know.
For an hour.
I like seeing the comments. We can make the dialogue a little bit bigger if possible so we can read it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, connect to my phone too. I need to see my text messages.
Yes. So let's get into it. We're going to go over probably most of the highlights. I'd say all the highlights of Raw. Mick Foley making his return. He's on the 20-year anniversary tour of the Hell in a Cell when he got broken in half by the announcer's table by The Undertaker. And man, number one, it's good seeing him with Lionel Richie hair. I love that. It's very curly. You know, it looked good.
I mean, it's his natural curls. Maybe he's like, you know, going, or it could be a perm. I mean, that's the thing too.
It might be.
Which is kind of weird. Do they even still, well.
You can get a perm. For sure. Anyone can get a perm.
Really? That's that still an in thing for white folks?
Oh, no. I don't know if it was ever. Well, I think it was. I know my mom used to get perms all the time in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's still like, I don't know. Can you buy it in the store? Like, I know black people, you can get a perm, but it's a totally different thing.
No, I thought perms, you have to go to an actual hairdresser.
Black folks, you can buy it at CVS.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I've never seen like a perm for white folks in the grocery store.
Okay, I just remember like my mom used to go to our neighbor's house and they had one of those spaceship things that went down on top of your head.
Yeah, it's a whole process for white folks.
It's weird.
So I don't know. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't know if they even make those products still.
I don't know. Did you think Mick Foley had Soul Glow in his hair? It's possible. It looked pretty oily. Just saying.
I don't think they make Soul Glow anymore.
Fair enough. Either way, still fire on the microphone. Really fun segment. Elias just gets the best segments, man. Whether it's Trish Stratus or Mick Foley. And obviously, Elias, he plays off it really, really well. But, man, it's great to see Mick with a microphone again. It's 18 months goes by fast. We haven't seen him in quite some time.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, he was on X-Pac show maybe like 6 months ago or something like that. But, yeah, but And I think too, the thing with social media is like it does go by fast, but you're still seeing what they're doing because I think he has the one-man show and the comedy stuff. So I mean,
yes, going on that tour.
Apparently they can play. Tina Keys says relaxers. I don't know. Well, I don't know what you mean. You let me know, Tina, if it's like
I'm not sure.
Black folks relaxers or white folks relaxers.
Yeah, I don't know what either one
said
is,
it's
to be
different.
perfectly honest with you. But
Well, that's a good thing.
that sounds like fun. But Mick Foley announces that he's going to be the special guest referee in the Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman Hell in a Cell match.
It's gonna be good.
Let me ask you a question. You don't think Mick's going to do something crazy, do you? Like, he's had a hip replacement. He's lost a lot of weight, but come on. I mean,
I don't know. Like, I feel like he will because it just feels like once an athlete or once a wrestler, always a wrestler. If you put them in that frame, I don't think WWE will require you to do that. But he might come up with an idea that.
Oh boy.
I mean, I just don't see him just straight refereeing.
I mean, I've seen Mick Foley, I don't know how long ago, maybe 6 to 9 months ago, he did take the D flip, if you will, from Joey Ryan.
Right.
But that's a big difference from doing something crazy in Hell in a Cell.
Well, I mean, I hopefully he's not falling off, like, doing anything that crazy. But, it just, just a little something. I don't see him just straight refereeing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Does this make you more excited for the match, having Mick in a special guest referee?
Yes. And I hope that, I don't know, there's going to be some type of lead up with him or something during, well, not lead up because it's this weekend, but something during the process that makes it even like an element that will make it funny or an element that will make it like, that you're going to look forward to it during the pay-per-view. So
okay. And Braun Strowman, man, he was on the prowl again tonight. Almost
for the big dog.
Almost comically, where he's just throwing stuff. Anything that's in front of him, garbage cans, those random silver poles that don't get used for anything, just kicking them out of the way. He threw a man.
I wonder if like he's doing a really great job because at one point he was just a scary, but
Wait,
now.
Sorry guys, there's some technical Do you guys hear that on your end?
Yeah.
What do we hear?
Well,
can you just
talking.
listen closely? Can you guys hear?
Good one, Tony.
Never mind, I got it.
Yeah, you did. You got it.
Well, I mean, you got him. I was like, okay.
Yep.
I fear no one.
That's the best one so far.
Yeah, I feel like Braun has hit this great stride where you're obviously it's fear because you don't want to be the person to receive his wrath, but it's also that it's like him and Elias on 2 separate tracks have hit that funny, but you can still take them serious. It's not like over the top funny where it's just like they're just a complete joke.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they managed to do that or who helped them do that or whatever, but they've hit that kind of really sweet spot with that.
It was a throwback to the original, hunting of Roman when we had the flip of the gurney, we had the flip of the ambulance, we had the.
Oh yeah, that was how long ago? That was this year, right? I think
I don't
that was
know.
this year.
Chat roll, let us know how
I
long
know.
ago. I'd like to think it was this. It had to be this year.
Yeah, I think it was the beginning of this year or something like that, or the end of last year, one of those two.
And
it was
then-
recent.
Yes, it was recent. And then it all ends with Samoan drop off the announcer's table onto the floor through some tables, I believe. Roman Reigns standing tall holding that title. Do you think the title changes hands this Sunday?
I hope not.
Really? Because you would rather see Braun continue to chase down Roman, or you just think that Roman should hang on to this?
I think that Roman should hang on to it. And, well, if Braun gets it, I think because, like I said, he's hit that sweet spot, it might be great either way. And then you can have maybe the battle with Roman Reigns and I believe Dean Ambrose going for the tag team championship against.
You mean Rollins? Rollins and Ambrose. They're going for it this Sunday.
Well, I mean after. So if Roman were to lose, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or they can just go through like how New Day does it.
Yeah, they could
So
do.
it's like he can't, like, I'm not as steadfast with him either way. I kind of want him to, but there's no rhyme or reason. Like, I feel because, he's better with the mic. Like, either way, they'll both be good because everybody's still going to hate Roman no matter what.
They will. And this
So.
is Braun's official cash-in. We can't forget for Money in the Bank. He handed it in. So, I mean, that has higher stakes as well, you would think.
Yeah. I think, well, now I changed my mind. I want Braun to get it.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
Because I want to see him more on the mic. which I think he's good on the mic because like he's hit that sweet spot as far as talking and stuff like that. And then he's gonna, but then they do that with Bludgeon Brothers, where Bludgeon Brothers had it, but they could have had it longer because they're dominant. Like I think Braun should.
Well, don't forget though, Eric Rowan got hurt. That's why he had a bicep surgery.
Yeah, but I feel like they should have still figured it out.
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like I should be in the writing room, but maybe not. Anyways, I feel like Braun will be able to. I think he should have it longer, and he'll be able to maintain it and have the mic skills to do it. And he's also dominant, so he should have it to at least Survivor Series, if not WrestleMania.
The reason why I think Braun is going to take this title is something that happened last week, and that was Ziggler and Drew McIntyre becoming Raw Tag Team Champions. You know, once again, and obviously they didn't get the best of the Shield tonight, and we'll talk about the cops showing up again, and apparently I don't know anything about law. But if Braun wins the title, then they essentially hold all the power on Monday Night Raw. They have the tag team titles, and they have the Universal Championship.
Right.
And then you're going to have the Shield. Yeah, and then the Shield can become like 3 Stone Colds together and just constantly cause havoc and chase them down for a while. That's why I think, even though Roman just won it, I have a feeling that Braun might actually take it.
Oh, yeah, because what might happen is like almost a battle between good versus evil. So you have them, and they're trying to wreak havoc through everything, and then Shield's trying to restore balance.
Evil versus eviler, but yeah, more or less.
Well, I mean,
kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about the Shield. So Raw begins. I really like the way Raw started off. I mean, just the brawl, just taking out everyone. They had the
way better than last week.
Yeah, they looked like kendo sticks. They were actually axe handles, I guess, or something. Yeah, big brawl. It all just spills everywhere, and then of course Corbin threatens to arrest him again. He makes Roman leave, and then later on in the show, they confront Corbin. I am a little confused by how the sheriff showed up to read Corbin his rights. Did you pick up on that?
Yeah, no.
There's a little bit of an explanation.
Well, I mean, even the cops, like there's one guy, like his gun was like way too high. Like, it was just all weird, and it didn't even look like a real gun. I mean, I'm not saying it should have been a real gun, but they should have been a little bit more believable.
Yeah. So it went from Rollins and Ambrose being threatened to be arrested by Corbin to them flipping the script and saying, no, you actually did some illegal maneuvers. And then the sheriff showed up, started reading off his rights. And then we find out later on from Baron Corbin, as he was talking to Ziggler and McIntyre, there's something called the Napoleonic Code in New Orleans. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
I will read it to you.
Okay.
It's the Napoleonic Code, or called officially the Code Civil de Francois. Let's see here. The categories of the Napoleonic Code were not drawn from the earlier French laws, but instead from Justinian's 6th century codification of the Roman law, the Corpus Juris Civilis, and within it, the Institutes. The Institutes divide law into the law of persons, actions, things. The Napoleonic Code divided law into 4 sections: persons, property, acquisition of property, civil procedure. I don't know about you, this did nothing to help me understand it.
Maybe they didn't anticipate you looking it up.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how the Napoleonic, and chat roll, by all means, help.
Yeah, because I don't know, I can't.
I'm trying to understand how the Napoleonic Code would lead to the arrest of Corbin with what he did. If we're talking about persons, property, acquisition.
Maybe it was the...
something with persons, I would assume.
Or he took their like the batons that they had. I don't know.
Yeah, it was strongly influenced by the laws of many countries formed during and after the Napoleonic Wars. The Napoleonic Code influenced developing countries outside Europe, especially in the Middle East, attempting to modernize their countries through legal reforms. And obviously, New Orleans has an incredibly deep history. And there's obviously a French influence, which look at New Orleans.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. Can't.
Does anyone know?
Somebody said Napoleon Dynamite, so I don't know.
Yep, that's the wrong Napoleon, although, God, I would love...
I don't know if the chat knows, but you could do a deep dive. I would be doing a deep dive now, but
Napoleon's the guy that put his hand in his side pocket for some reason. No, I would love to live in a city run by Napoleon Dynamite. That'd be fun. Just everyone would eat just tots for everyone. Tater tots.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what was going on there. The Napoleonic Code.
Real quick, I believe Orlando Orrego might have a theory.
Yeah.
When he goes, isn't it falsely accusing someone a crime?
Of a crime.
Orlando, that makes perfect sense to me. Because
Okay.
technically, that's kind of what Corbin did.
Oh.
Because remember we talked last...
Yeah, but then technically it would have to be in that state. Like if he's talking about the falsely accused him of a crime, it didn't happen in New Orleans. It happened somewhere else, and it's state like that doesn't cross over to another state.
If we're going to go that route, you can't go to the courthouse on Labor Day like last week.
True,
So, I mean,
true.
let's just...
Okay, well, we'll just stick with that. That one sounds more plausible.
Orlando Orrego,
Yeah,
you are the new
kudos.
lawyer of chat roll.
There you go.
Lawyer Orlando, that's what we're calling you. Good call, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So this Sunday, we're going to have Ziggler and McIntyre taking on Rollins and Ambrose for the Raw Tag Team titles because the B Team lost their rematch. I hope there's something else out there for the B Team.
I don't know. I think they might be taking a little break.
But they just got new music.
I know, but like, where do you see them going? It just seems like they lost unless they somehow, like, the storylines are not made for them at the moment. So they're just gonna fall to the bottom, like the abyss of they're in the locker room for 6 weeks, and then hopefully they or somebody else comes with a good storyline, and then they come back with something else.
I hope there's something that they can do with someone because they are so entertaining. But this week we didn't even hear them talk, and that made me feel sad because I'm like, oh man, these guys.
Yeah, they
were
had a
killing
nice
it.
run. Unless, well, I mean, can you really just cross over to another brand, or you have to like wait until?
I think there has to be.
They don't have they don't have the power to do that.
No,
because it's like the Bellas are actually on both, so
well, the Bellas, hey,
it's a whole different beast.
they have their own TV show. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like this was all a quick decision of the whole Ziggler McIntyre. This doesn't scream of anything that was thought of 6 months ago. I feel like this was kind of a.
Well, maybe they needed something to go up against the Shield. So the Shield
Right.
is back.
Right.
So they definitely want, like, obviously the Shield is more important than the B Team.
Yeah.
So they wanted some type of storyline that would go up against the Shield instead of the Shield just kind of, waving through the waters and just, doing matches every week. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They had to sacrifice. The B Team was a sacrificial lamb.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, if Braun wins the title, then you have the three of them holding their titles.
Right.
That will definitely have a balance of power shifting going on, which is pretty cool. Very important question, TK.
Yes.
As someone who's a fashion maven like yourself.
Alicia Fox.
Whoa, yeah, she looks
She looked amazing.
amazing once again. Drake Maverick, better with the tank top or better with his replica AOP?
AOP was terrible.
What do you mean? Last week?
Like his outfit was terrible.
Last week.
Yes.
So you're going to go tank top this week.
I mean, okay.
Not your choice, though. You'd rather what? Suit?
Like a suit-esque.
Okay.
Like it could be a nice pair of jeans and a button down or a nice top or something like that. Like that just seems more of his style, and it doesn't feel like my eyes are gonna bleed. Because last week was just like, what is going on?
One thing I did appreciate this week, don't know if you saw it, he posted a team photo, but you only see the top of his head. So he's like 2 feet shorter.
I like that. Yeah, he's on the the challenge side.
He is hilarious in every way. Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, once again they team. Once again they have a win, but Chad Gable tags himself in at least 2 times. Blind tag, gets the win with the German suplex and the bridge. I'm entertained by these two. What do you think?
Well, somebody in the chat said if Alicia Fox was on STD, she would be on Christian's Closet. I mean, I agree. That would be. I mean, maybe if you're on the show or if you're on show tomorrow, just I'm sure he's watched Raw, so bring it up to him. She looked amazing. I'm sorry, Alicia Fox was that outfit that she was wearing. Sorry to like totally. She shouldn't have been on Raw. She should have been like. I think they had New York Fashion Week. Like that's where she should have been.
She knows how to shine for sure, even when she's not in a match.
Yeah.
And Zeno Hour says, "Can someone explain this pairing, please?" I'm assuming he's talking about AOP and Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as we saw by possibly Leo Rush, it looks like maybe managers are finally starting to make a comeback, which I think there's always a place for managers in pro wrestling. Their personalities, they can talk, they enhance matches, they give you more options with the finish of a match. I mean, I'm a massive, massive fan.
And it gives people jobs.
Yes.
Versus just them being in the locker room and you barely see them. Like now now more people get more camera time, and there are some people who are better with the mic than others. So if they're better with the mic, it's almost like a sacrifice. If you're better with the mic and you get to be the manager of this person and this person is better, so almost like a Titus and Apollo Crews, like that would work. I mean, we already know where they are according to Evan.
I'm not
Black
giving up on
Territory.
Apollo Crews.
I'm not giving up on him either. TK's Closet. I like that. Maybe that'd be something.
Hey.
I'm not giving up on them either, but it's just frustrating to me. So I'm just,
Right.
yeah. But you never know.
Bobby-
I think Leo was great, though.
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure because I want to talk about that. Bobby Roode, Chad Gable. I'll be honest, I'm into it. I mean, it's a weird pairing, but Gable's winning me over with him kind of like jumping in. He's almost like
so
Scrappy.
exciting.
He's like Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
He wants to like jump in and do everything, but he's winning matches and Roode is happy so far. But it makes you wonder how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to get annoying.
Yeah, but damn it, they're both really good.
They are both really
Oof.
good, but I just, the pairing is just, kind of off.
Yeah, but man, Chad Gable's fun to watch.
So, yeah, he is. He just needs a really great storyline.
This could be one, perhaps.
Where, yeah, they kind of build up to the point, and now then Rube pretty much just says, we've gotten to this point. You've helped me come to this point. Now it's just me from here on out, or something like that.
I'd like to see them have a nice little run together. Eventually, it's going to become Bobby Roode beating the holy hell out of him, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it seems like even when he went in for the hug and he was excited about it, he was like, oh, yeah, great.
Yeah.
But, let's not get too attached.
It's something. They're making something out of what many would consider something that would have never happened before.
Yeah.
So we're down with that. I think match of the night, well, obviously, Balor and Elias, they're always going to be good. But I really liked Mickey and Alexa, Ronda Rousey and Natalya. I love the fact that they were trying to break down Ronda, whether it was the knee or whether it was the ribs, the kick at the end. I dug that.
Yeah, it seemed that because you have people who are experienced, it makes her look good. Speaking of TK's Closet, I just don't like her look. I'm not a fan of her look.
Oh, I like it though. It's so much different than everyone else. She's not trying to look sexy. She's built to beat people up. It's way different. Because she couldn't wear what Alicia Fox wears. You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't asking her to.
Okay. So what would you rather?
I mean, the outfits that she was wearing in UFC were like, even though they're standard outfits, like even something like that is still good. Like the tights are a little bit too high, and I understand it because I remember I interviewed Becky Lynch for Maria's show, and she said now girls are wearing things to cover their stomachs, not because they're trying to cover the stomachs, but if you get them in the bad angle, it looks like they have something that they really don't. So
not just that, I think you just feel more protected if you're covered up a little bit too.
No, it's.
Is it all aesthetic? Okay. I know I would feel a lot more protected if I was like covered up a little bit
with a piece of fabric. You're protected from
Sure.
what?
It's just mentally you feel a little more. I don't know. I don't wear belly shirts, but if I did, I'd probably want to have the shorts go a little higher.
No,
Just my thought.
not needed. Because if you wear a belly shirt, then you're showing off your.
All right. Well, I stand corrected.
I just don't understand how you'd be more protected.
I don't know.
So
I'm weird.
I love the top part, but those tights are just janky. Like they need to do something with the tights, like at least put some accent on it or something. It's just really, it's like and I love her hair. It's nothing like, I'm not saying that they have to do the whole glamour thing like a lot of the other girls do, but it's just that bottom half. It's just, we're just gonna throw on a pair of tights. It's not cute.
Overall, though, really enjoyed the match, and obviously, Ronda made Mickey tap. I think it was yes. So
Mickey
leading
looked like
in,
she was about to cry too.
yeah, well, that armbar is pretty brutal. So leading into this Sunday, we have Alexa Bliss, Ronda Rousey. I mean, obviously, when Ronda won the title, that match was over in 4 minutes. You got to believe there's going to be more of a fight put up from Alexis this time.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we're gonna see some of Alexa's antics, like when she has, because I think she has, was she double jointed or something?
Yes.
Like I'm hoping we're gonna see more of Alexa's antics where it's. I don't see Ronda losing the belt, but Alexa is so good at, especially since she's small, but Ronda's kind of small too, but she's smaller than Ronda. Alexa's so good at selling it, like making that like, okay, she's almost there, she almost has it. So I think this is gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I think it's one I'm looking forward to more so than most on the card, that's for sure. And lastly, we're talking about Lashley and Lio Rush. So Lashley's just working out in the middle of the broadcast.
That was such a good. I love that.
Which cracked me up.
I mean, especially they for the folks who are appreciators or who appreciate bodies. They got a
Jesus.
nice angle of him, so you see like into his top. So because it's cut, right? So you see all the chest stuff, and you see the muscles, you see the veins. It was lovely.
Just when I start to feel good about like the shape I'm in,
Right.
I see Lashley and I'm like, oh no.
Oh yeah, you should probably avert your eyes.
Yeah. God
I
damn
mean,
it.
most of the guys on there are pretty.
Oh, absolutely, but Lashley is
legit.
just
A
next
specimen.
level.
I do want to
you
see
know.
like his. I need to get a close up of his calves though. I don't know if they're. Yeah, because they might be small. Remember, I saw Jinder Mahal. He's like he's amazing.
a mountain of a man up
and
top.
then his calves, like
Yeah.
his legs are fine too, like his thighs, but his calves are like a little on the small side. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious to see what Lashley's calves look like.
Would you judge his calves?
I wouldn't judge it. It's just more curiosity. You still
Okay.
appreciate the work. Like, there's nothing worse than a dude who has a high, like a good top half, and the whole bottom is terrible. Like, that's just not good. But if he has some like legs and the calves are just a little on the small side, then we can roll with that.
So I don't even know what to say there.
That's facts, though. Don't skip leg day. Don't skip leg day.
I love skipping leg day. It's the best.
Oh God. I mean, legs is where all the power comes from.
Yeah.
That's probably what Bane's doing right now because he does leg day and then he does the work.
Baines does a lot of heavy things.
There you go.
That's for sure.
Boom.
So Leo Rush shows up, and what do you think? I mean,
I don't know because I remember when I was first introduced to him, I saw him on Instagram randomly, like doing these crazy flips, and he has talent and skill in the ring.
yeah, his was just his mental. He hasn't been in wrestling for that long,
Right.
and he rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
I've heard that.
including when he first got signed.
Yeah. There's a whole Twitter thing.
Oh yeah, and this is nothing that we're not pulling the curtain. Like everyone knows about this. Like
Yeah.
he's pissed off a lot of people.
But does he piss people off because he just feels himself too much, or is he just like I don't know. Is he almost like a Enzo type?
Let's not go that far.
Yeah, hopefully not. But I just hope that his skills don't. He was great today, and I just hope his skills just don't get buried because of that. Because if that's the case, and I'm sure he wants to stay with WWE, but there's a lot of other places that can bypass his what he's known for and use his skills. Because I definitely want to see him do those amazing things in the ring.
I kind of like this combination though.
Yeah, some people on the tweets, Twitter was they weren't really feeling it, but I do like it because I think it's giving Lashley a different angle because I mean he was talking about his like family. Remember that whole thing with Sami Zayn? That was kind of weird. Then like he's kind of like the good guy, and I like just don't piss him off, but he's the nice guy. I think he needs somebody almost to be like his advocate, where he's doing all the hype and he's saying this. Look at this specimen. He's great. Look, like there's no.
Exactly.
So now he doesn't have to hype himself up because his body of work, his body for Lashley is amazing. It speaks for itself, but you probably
Not sure about the calves though.
Not sure about the cows. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, screenshot. Somebody has it. But then you have somebody speaking and say, no, this he's great. He's amazing, and anybody that you put him up against, he's gonna destroy them. And then so it could be a good little run.
I might be jumping the gun here.
A much lighter version of E40.
Okay, fair enough. Good
all
job,
right.
AJ Caldwell.
Okay.
I'm probably jumping the gun here because they just had this thing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But if this works, this could have the level of importance that like Zelina Vega had with Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade Cien Almas, they didn't know what was going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
They paired up together as she was the business manager, not
Yeah.
the girlfriend, the business manager. And the sky's been the limit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, within 1 year of debuting on NXT, they're already on the main roster, and they're feuding with Daniel Bryan and Brie and helping out Miz and Maurice. They're killing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're doing really well.
if Leo Rush, if this thing works out, you could have Lashley, bam, right into a title picture before you know it.
Yeah, and not disappearing before a major pay-per-view.
Yeah, and we could finally get that black heavyweight champion that we want him to be, because Leo Rush can be the catalyst for it. And then, boom, you got a hell of a heel team right there.
Hey, I hope for it. And I know a lot of other people hope for it.
I do too. I love
speak
Lashley.
for Evan. Evan probably hopes for it too. But yeah, we'll see.
Lashley deserves it.
He does deserve it because he only has. I mean, he looks amazing. I think he's in his 40s or late
about
30s.
41.
So he's in his there's I know people who do the indies and they wrestle all into, but I mean he legitimately has a certain amount of time left.
Sure.
So I mean I would love to see that, and I think it'd be a good run. And even if he has when and if he gets the belt, then he has somebody speaking for him, so then that extends it a little bit more.
Agreed.
So, and I could see a lot of pair-ups as far as matchups after that. So this might be a good thing for him.
I really think it can be. And from what we saw from Leo talking tonight, it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he could be that dude that gets pummeled while helping Lashley win. And like I said, before you know it, boom, he's right in the middle of a title picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than other folks. Kofi does need to be. I mean, there's so many things. Why The Rock is black? Okay, we'll just.
I mean, look, I'm just going by what they're saying. Dang MQ, all right.
Well, I mean, have they marketed The Rock as the first black champion?
Not that I know of.
Because I think he claims more Samoan.
Yeah.
Because usually what happens if you're kind of have
His
two,
mom is Samoan. So.
Yeah, if you have two of whatever. So for instance, like I'm three. I'm Canadian, I'm Trinidadian, I'm Guyanese. You usually kind of go with one because it tends to confuse people. So I think he was going with the Samoan thing because
The wrestling heritage.
right.
I guess it all depends on what your choice is. Like me, my last name is Italian. I'm not all Italian, but that's what people assume I am. And so I go, yeah, sure, that's what I am. So,
yeah, people can't handle too much. Especially so
Either way.
technically guy, I guess, but
I'm excited to see where this Leo Rush Lashley thing goes for sure.
yeah, and I hope they're gonna let it build instead of, because sometimes what they do is they have stuff which it seems like a great idea, and of course we don't know what's going on, behind the curtain, but it's just like they could have let it kind of go. So I'm hoping they're gonna let it build for it to potentially be something great, and that I think that should open up to other managers too. Like, I mean, obviously we've talked a little bit about it, but Titus should be a manager.
Yeah.
Either of
is, but yeah.
kind of is, but kind of not. It's very confusing. So you never know.
Speaking of which, last week we saw Dana Brooke leave, and
Right.
we saw nothing of Titus Worldwide tonight. So
Yeah, he popped up somewhere, I think in the beginning, like briefly. Yeah, I remember seeing his suit.
interesting.
But yeah.
So moving
That's
on.
Most of the time, that's mostly what we see.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell this Sunday. As of now, there's only 3 matches from Raw on the pay-per-view. Rousey versus Bliss. We have the tag team title match. Roman versus Braun. I mean, I think these are all going to be really solid.
I mean, I think it is going to be solid. I personally... Booker T.
Right, he was the 5-time WCW/World Champion. But I think they're talking about the WWE Championship. I think I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We can find out. There's actually a website we could probably find out. I think this is going to be a great pay-per-view, but I think for me, I'm actually bypassing it. I'm really looking forward to Survivor Series for some reason. One, because it's probably in LA. So that's probably one main reason. But
Wait, isn't there one in October, though? Gotta be a pay-per-view.
probably. But
Okay.
the one in November is Survivor Series.
I always thought in the past Hell in a Cell was in October.
Yeah,
but
I
here
think
it
so.
is. Chat roll. What pay-per-views in October? There's got to be one because Survivor Series is
November like 11th or something around that.
No, I know it's when I'm gone. It's November like 18th or 19th.
Oh.
I'm out of the country for a week. And
Oh,
that's-
that sucks.
Yep, that's when Survivor Series is.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you
We
gonna
have
do?
so much going on with that too. Is it Mercy?
No Mercy's long gone, isn't it? Oh, Super Showdown. Yes.
Ah.
So Super Showdown is October 6th, and then that paves the way. So it's a 5 to 6 week layoff for Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Survivor Series. I mean, I'm gonna watch this, and I'll be live tweeting for. I think I should. 80% sure I'll be live tweeting for Women's Wrestling Weekly, our Twitter handle.
Good deal.
But
Halloween Havoc. Good call, Haywood.
but yeah, I mean, and then Evolution 2 is coming up in October.
Oh my God. There's 2 in October. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna hope that we're gonna see great things. But sometimes some of these pay-per-views are just, they're just going through the motions. So some of the cards are really good, but
And this card is great. You have Charlotte and Becky. That's going to be fire. AJ and Joe. Are you kidding me? Daniel Bryan and Brie, Miz and Maurice. That'll be theatrical. Hardy versus Orton and Hell in a Cell. There's some crazy that's going to happen there.
Yeah.
So this card is
not
actually
that ear thing. I can't even. Every time he goes for the ear, I have to turn my head away.
Yeah. But this card is really good. Now, out of these 3 Raw matches, which one do you think is most likely to have a title change? Rousey Bliss, tag team match, or Roman Braun?
Roman Braun.
Yeah, me too. I think the other 2 stay. I'm starting to think.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. It's too. You can't give Ronda the title that I personally think she shouldn't have got,
Right.
and then take it away and give it back to Alexa. So yeah.
I'm starting to think Braun's gonna win this damn thing. So with that said, that is the Go Home Raw
Boom.
for this week. And why don't you put yourself over and tell everyone what you want them to see or hear or enjoy?
Wow. So this week on Women's Wrestling Weekly, we have former Impact Knockout.
Can you say?
Fellow Canadian. That's all I'll give you. If you go on Women's Wrestling Weekly on Instagram or WPW Weekly on Twitter, we'll be announcing who that guest is tomorrow.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah. So, and actually, we're really booked. We have a lot of people lined up. A couple, 2 WWE champions, some owners. It's really, I'm really excited. So you can see me on doing that. Also, you can see me. I mean, just follow me on TK Trinidad, radio, TV, video. If you're interested in anything from all the way from West Indian music all the way to hip hop, all that type of stuff, you'll catch me on some radio station somewhere in the world.
Boomtown. At Jay Quasto. Guys, I'm officially doing a comedy special. Sunday, November 11th, I released my promo video today, one of many promo videos. Thank you. I was really happy with how that came out.
Yes.
I got 2 more like that where
Okay.
my right brain tortures me in every video.
Because I feel like, then I was watching, it's really good. I was like, is he tortured like this every day in real life?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys should watch it.
So if you're anywhere in Southern California on November 11th, I'd love to have you. Free tickets. I'm doing 2 recordings, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. It'll be the biggest night of my life. So, or if you can't make it, if you see my videos on social media, give it a retweet, give it a share, because I want the special to be amazing, and I'd love to have you there. Also, Blackcraft Wrestling, our next pay-per-view, Friday, October 5th, Anaheim, California.
Yep.
Go to blackcraftwrestling.com. There's a web series out now you can watch on demand. Our first pay-per-view, Burning Bridges. There's so much going on. This is a huge movement. Get on the Blackcraft Wrestling train right now. Go to the website. I cannot wait for October 5th to be calling those matches again, guys. So, and also, Tone Be Tone.
Hey everybody, my name is Anthony Becerra. You can find me everywhere at TonyBTony_. Also, if you enjoy horror movies and all things horror, I have a horror show on our sister network, the Popcorn Talk Network, here on the YouTube. So it's every Tuesday at 4 p.m. So if you love horror, come join us every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're live. Join us in the live chat. I always say what's up. And yeah, thank you for the shout out.
There you
Great
go. And of
show,
course,
guys.
every single week, you can catch me sitting right next to the legendary Sean Waltman on Xpac 12360 right here on AfterBuzz TV. So make sure you're listening and downloading that as well. It's a really fun show. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you. See you next week.
Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.